What's up, riders? Old Man Ronin here. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, we've made a few changes lately. What do you think? We are, though, out on the Royal Enfield Himalayan, and we're going to be talking about the new 3 to 4 person Weanas.
Ask me about my wiener!
No, that's not what I said. We're talking about the new 3 to 4 person Weanas.
Ask me about my wiener!
So mature. We're talking about the new Weanas 3 to 4 person backpacking tent. Stay tuned.
Hey, ask me about my wiener!
The cool thing about this is it comes in this little stuff sack, and it's kind of like a waterproof type sack that roll down. Now, you're seeing this as soon as I am. This is a, I don't want to say like an unboxing, but it's kind of like the first impressions, which is what we like to do anyway. Get a little user guide inside. Pull this out. Nice little stuff sack, obviously. And it's got a little thing to tie it down with. And here, oh, what else we got here? We got some stakes. Let's check a look at these first. Hopefully there's enough in there. Oh, you got stakes and you've got guy wires. So that's a big plus. And they look like they're pretty decent stakes instead of those crappy little just steel ones. Yeah, you notice I dropped that. Oh well. And then of course we've got our tent poles as well. So, yeah, nice aluminum. So let's do a quick little time lapse and see how long it takes me to put this thing up. As you can see, it really didn't take that long to set up. I mean, just a few minutes. I did have one glitch, however. When I first put it together, I had the entrance 90 degrees off, so you were basically opening the zipper to the inside tent and not the door. Well, I didn't show you me fixing that. You know, what can I say? It is what it is. But what I want to show you is just how massive this tent is, but only 6 pounds. It's got 2 great doors, entrance in both sides, and it's got vestibules on each side too, so you can put your backpack or some of your important things that you don't want to have out in the weather, you know, with the dew and things of that nature, inside, not inside of the tent, but inside the rain fly to help keep it a little bit dry. Now you notice when I put the footprint down, I have a 7x7, and the tent is really just a little bit bigger than that, but I would rather have the footprint out of the weather than having it water run down the sides of the rain fly and then get on the ground cover and then saturate underneath. That's not a good thing. So what I did instead is I got a 7x7 put underneath there, and I used a yard tarp as opposed to a yard tarp as opposed to a regular tarp, because it's a little thicker, a little stronger, and I think it'll last a little bit longer, because you don't know, you may not see that rock or big sharp twig that you set your tent on, and that way it'll help protect it. Well, until then, let's go inside and check out the features of this thing. Well, as we go inside the Weanas 3 to 4 person tent, you'll notice that it's got the vestibule area right here along with the no-seam fly netting, and it's rather large inside. They say 3 to 4 people. I'm not that friendly, so I'm saying 2 to 3, and that's only if you've got some little kids. Now, it would be the best idea would be 2 people and your dog. That would be the best for me. But since I'm going by myself, the reason why I want to have a tent this massive inside is because I'm going to be gone about a month and a half, 2 months, and I want to make sure I have enough space that, let's say I want to stay in an area for a little while and not travel. In other words, I want to rest. Maybe I'm sore, maybe you know, there's bad weather, there could be snow. This way it gives me a place that I can stay inside. Yeah, like I say, massive. It's almost 4 foot tall inside, and you'll see right there the little hook for your lantern and the cross view ventilation. But you can stay inside this tent for, you know, quite a few days and be very comfortable. There's the other side vestibule. You'll notice that it's not very big, but it's plenty big enough to keep some stuff like your backpack or whatever out of the weather. And now I have not staked this off except in the front here, but it gives you an idea of what we actually have as far as space inside. And as I mentioned before, you can see behind me the cross view ventilation, and of course the pockets that are in each one of the sides there. You can put your cell phone in and stuff like that. If you got a little battery charger, you can clip it in as well, and that way you can keep your batteries up and going. You know, if you stay at a campsite, you can run electrical cord in through here. Now it'd have to be up through the vestibule, and that's a great place. You can actually keep your stuff on the outside of the tent in the vestibule area and having it charged out of the weather, and that's probably what I will do. Well, let's go look at some of the other features. As you can see, one of the cool things about this, it's got adjustable rain fly straps that you can tighten it as tight as you want it after you get it all staked out. Now again, I didn't stake anything down because I wanted to just give you first impressions of what I thought. But it's also cool is it gives you multiple places to put your tie outs at. Each corner, down at the bottom, all of the sides, and I'll tell you, that's really an important aspect of having your fly away from the actual inner tent itself. And the reason why is because let's say it's fairly cool outside, you get some moisture buildup, condensation inside of this rain fly. If you've got it against the tent wall inside, it'll actually cause it to drip down and get inside the tent, and that's a big no-no. But I'll tell you, so far, and this is the name, yeah, it is a really strange name. I'm not sure why in the world. It must be somebody's last name or whatever, but yeah, I mean, I hope you got a kick out of my little joke at the front of the video. But you know, it's a strange name, but it seems to be a high quality tent. All the reviews I've seen on Amazon, and I'll put a link below where you can actually look at it. The thing was $99. I mean, that's, again, for a large tent that's a 3-seasoned, waterproof according to them. That's a pretty strong statement and a very good price, because you know how cheap I am. Well, let's tear it down and see if everything will go back together in its proper place. Well, one of the things I wanted to tell you is about how sturdy I think these tent posts are. I'd like them a little thicker, but again, you got to remember it is a backpacking tent, and I bought it specifically for weight consciousness. I do not want to overload the Himalayan, so that's one of the things I wanted to make sure is I had something strong, light, but yet very, very durable. Another thing I wanted to mention was these tent stakes. Now, I actually would like to see them a little bit stronger, and I may replace them, but they're better than those goofy little wire ones, and it does come with some tie-out lines for your sides of your tent, and I think there's plenty in there. There's several different packages of it. Now, when I actually do a moto camping here in the next several weeks, to actually give you a real first impressions other than just a simple setup, we'll talk about them, and we'll see how easy this thing actually goes back together into its stuff sack. Well, all in all, I think the Weanas 3 to 4 person pro backpacking tent is a good investment. I'd like to see the stuff sack just a little bit bigger, maybe a ½ an inch to an inch bigger in diameter and also in length, because after it gets used and full of air, it doesn't compress near as small as what it did when it was brand new. Again, you know, we're talking about real world applications. The stuff sack needs to be bigger, and I think the clips need to be a little bit stronger. I actually had one break on the inner wrapper, so it's not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker, but there could be some things with just a little bit of improvement that wouldn't cost anything or very little, and you would have a near perfect tent. Well, I think we still have to try it yet, and that means when I do my moto camping here in the next couple weeks, when we actually give a first impression. This was just a setup. This wasn't a first impression. This was just to say, hey, let's set this thing up and see what it's like, so I'm not lost when I actually do it the first time in the field. But it seems to be high quality. You can get it at Amazon for $99, like I mentioned before, and we'll see. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a big thumbs up, like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, share, and comment. You know, I read all the comments and try to comment on as many comments as possible. Until next time, ride safe and keep her on 2 wheels, baby.